What's going on, guys? It's Steve. Carmelo Anthony, Dwyane Wade, or LeBron James, or all three, even Chris Paul, because they're all best friends, need to talk to Chris Bosh and tell him, you just gotta hang it up, man. Like, honestly. And here's the thing. I know Chris Bosh wants to return badly. I know he loves the game, and this is going to prove that he truly loves the game. He's guaranteed $76 million more because he already got paid. He had a $118 million contract. He already got paid for 2 seasons. So he still owed $76 million, and it is guaranteed. It is a guaranteed $76 million in his pocket, whether he plays or not. And for him to still try and fight and play, that just shows you that he's not doing it just for the money. He's doing it because he loves the game of basketball. But I understand it's his decision. I understand it's his life, and he wants to do what he wants to do, and he would love to play in the NBA still. But it's not the right thing to do to allow him to put his life, his family, his wife, his children all in jeopardy. Because if he dies, because the stress of the game can make it worse, especially in his lungs. If he dies, first of all, let's talk about the life that he has ahead of him. The dude is only 32 years old. He has 50 plus years left, according to statistics, right? He hasn't even lived half of his lifespan yet. And then on top of that, he has a guaranteed $76 million more on top of what he's already made in his career, which is upwards of $100+ million. So we're talking about $200+ million around that, right? We're talking about around $200 million. We're talking about his wife, his family, his children, his mom, his dad, his grandma, grandfather, his cousins, all of that. You don't put that in jeopardy for 4 or 5 more years in the NBA. You already played 13 years in the NBA, and you're an 11-time All-Star. You made the All-Star game 11 out of 13 times. Carmelo Anthony isn't even an 11-time All-Star. Neither is Dwyane Wade. Well, I don't know. I don't think Dwyane Wade is. He might be. He probably is. But even Carmelo isn't an 11-time All-Star. Kevin Durant's not even an 11-time All-Star. Stephen Curry's not even an 11-time All-Star. So you're one of a select few of people to be a 10+ time All-Star. We're talking about players like Kobe, like LeBron, like Carmelo, who soon will be this year, and Dwyane Wade, and talking about Michael Jordans, your Charles Barkleys, your Larry Birds, your Magic Johnson. You're in that category. Your Allen Iverson. You're in that category. You already have 2 NBA championships. You're known as one of the best big men of the 2000s. So why put all of this in jeopardy for 4, maybe 5 more seasons, probably not even, in the NBA? I understand you love basketball, but 13 long years as one of the best players in the league, and you're going to go down as one of the greatest to ever play? You have that, and on top of that, you have 50 years left of your life, sitting on, who knows, $100+ million plus 76 more that you're about to get, that's guaranteed. Plus you have your family, and you have to raise your children, your daughters. Come on, man. You know what I mean? So either they all have to get together, tell him Chris, you can't put your life in jeopardy like this. We understand that you want to play. We know how you feel, but you got to think long run. You got to think about your children. You even said it yourself. You don't want to play past 35, and we're bigger than basketball. This life is bigger than basketball. So I can't. Oh man, it's a really hard situation to talk about because it's sad, because you want to see him play as a fan. You want to see him play. You want to see him dominate, do what he does. We want to see him in the NBA, possibly teaming up with, who knows, Carmelo next, or maybe he'll go to Chicago, or maybe Cleveland, play with Kevin Love, LeBron, Kyrie, whatever team he would go to. Or maybe return to Toronto, whatever team he would go to, because Miami's done with him pretty much. So why, we want to see that as NBA fans. We want to see him do that. But at the same time, you got to think long run. are we really going to put his life in jeopardy for just 3 to 4 more years? At maximum 5 years left? You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure the average NBA career for a superstar is around 37 years of age. So, I don't even think Michael Jordan played up until he was 37. He might have. I may be wrong about that. Let me see. 13 years ago. He's like 52 now, right? So 13 years ago. I don't even think Michael Jordan played until 37, Kobe did, But anyway, like, as their best friend, as Bosh's best friends, all on and off the court, because they're really close. Like, him, Melo, LeBron, Wade, and CP3, they're really close. Kobe's close with them as well. They're all really close, right? They have to, man. They have to sit down with him and explain it to him, because, watching his documentary, what I got from it's on uninterrupted.com, which is LeBron's like social media website. Watching his documentary, it seems like he's doing it for his legacy, one, and because he truly loves the game too. But at the same time, it's like, dude, you only have 4 years left, and the chances of you winning another championship in those 4 years are slim to none, unless you play with Carmelo, unless you play with LeBron, or maybe Paul George, or DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry, or maybe if you want to go to Chicago with D Wade. But your chances of winning another NBA championship are slim to none unless you play with them. And then what are the chances of you being able to play with the Knicks, or to be able to play with the Pacers, or be able to play with the Toronto Raptors, or play with LeBron in Cleveland, And so it's like, it doesn't make sense to risk it, man. You have way too much going for you right now, dude. Your whole freaking life, man. His whole life is ahead of him. Like, I don't know, man. I don't think it should happen at all. The NBA, in my opinion, should not allow him to play. The same ways, like, they didn't allow that one guy that was supposed to be drafted a few years ago because he had a heart condition or something like that. The same thing should be with Bosh. They simply should not allow him to play anymore because, again, man, 13-time All-Star, 2-time NBA champion, one of the best big men in NBA history, top 20 ever in terms of being a big man, easily a top 50 player ever. I can't, man. And also, LeBron James actually commented on this and actually threw some jabs at Pat Riley. It was like, I don't know how you can just be done with someone that's given you the last 6 years, and he's been an all-star all 6 years, and I don't know how you can be just completely write someone off like that. So that's what LeBron said, and LeBron also said, he has he's supporting Bosh and whatever he does, but in my opinion, it's like, I understand, it's not your lane to tell another man what to do with his life, but at the same time, if that's your best friend, you can't sit there and let him endanger himself like that. And another reason why I know they're really best friends is because someone asked LeBron, would you ever want to reconnect with Bosh? And he was like, what do you mean? Like, he got defensive. He was like, LeBron was like, what do you mean reconnect with Bosh? We never disconnected. We talk all the time. You know what I'm saying? And if you look on social media, there's pictures of them together. They're always tweeting at each other, always Instagram posts at each other and things like that. And, I really recommend you guys to go watch Chris Bosh's Uninterrupted documentary. I don't remember the exact name of it, which I apologize for, but all I can say is it's great, man. I think they're up to part 3 right now. I think part 4 is coming out this weekend. I may be wrong about that, but I know I just finished watching part 3, and it was pretty cool. And it's also really cool to see like Bosh off the court, because like, again, he's one of my favorite players, so like to see that he loves playing guitar, to see that he's a really good cook, and he can do other things off the court besides just dribble a basketball, you know what I'm saying? That's actually really cool to be able to watch and experience, which is why I love like documentaries about athletes and things like that, especially like basketball players, because usually you only see them on the court, so when you see them off the court, you're like, whoa, they're just a normal person just like everyone else, because we tend to look at them like they're superheroes, because in a sense they are for little children, like younger children, but at the same time they're just normal people. And You know, normal people die, you know, and I don't want Chris Bosh to die. So that's why LeBron, Wade, Melo, and CP3 need to go talk to Chris Bosh, because, you know, it's life threatening, man. Stephen A. Smith said it himself too. You know, so anyway, I'm out of here. Let me know what you guys think. Peace.